Hey guys, as you know, on Mondays at 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, like clockwork, we're doing these meetings for you. All right, so me and all of the Your Home Sold owners and the Titanium members, we get together on Tuesdays at 4 o'clock Eastern. And we're not wasting time on these things, man. It's a built to sell session. Okay, so on this Monday, I'm gonna start a series with all of you on the top 3 things that you've got to do if you want a business that is sellable. All right. You don't necessarily need to go out and do them today, but you need to be working toward them. It needs to be part of your growth strategy and business plan. And I think if you got clarity on what you got to do, you'll get there really fast. Okay. So that's at 4 o'clock on Monday, Eastern time, 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. We're going to work on that. There's 3 biggies, and I mean biggies, that if you do not have them in place in your business, you will never, ever, ever, ever have a business that anyone else wants, okay? You'll be stuck with it. Now, it might not be a bad thing if you're making money with it, but at some point you run out of juice, right? So, and you got here, like this was your thing. You wanted a sellable business asset. 3 things that you got to know about, and you got to begin to get implemented in your business, and this thing will turn into what you want, okay? So now, I sold my real estate business in April of 2009. I successfully exited a real estate company. Okay, now it was tough, I got to tell you. It took me years to build that thing up to 500 sales a year. And when I felt like I'd kind of plateaued out on it, okay, without investing a lot more money in expansion, I started planning an exit strategy. Now there's a trigger that came along that allowed me to do that. It was Craig offering me. When he offered, he said, "Hey, Todd, why don't you help me help Craig Proctor members?" And I was like, man, that sounds like a lot of fun. So I want to do that. So that was a trigger for me. So when I started that, shortly after that, began the building blocks to put the business in a position where someone else could buy it. And it happened. And you know what? The business still exists today. It's still open for business. I checked. They're still selling real estate and doing things over there. Okay, I don't know what they're doing or how they're doing it. That's totally up to them. It's been quite a few years, but it did happen. Now, look, when I sold it, it did not go the way that I wanted to with the sale. Okay, I made a lot of mistakes in that, so I learned from that. But in terms of getting it into a sellable business asset, 100%, that was real. Absolutely a real thing, and I'm super proud of that. So we're going to work together so that you can do the top 3 things. It's public knowledge on what these top 3 things are now. It's not a secret. It's just common everyday business practices in the business world. But what are they? How do you do it with a real estate business? And that's what we're going to be working on for the next 3 Mondays together, so that you've got clarity on it, you're working toward it, you're motivated and inspired to go and do this thing called a sellable business asset. All right? So let's pick it up there on Monday, 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, and we'll see you. Go serve big. Thanks.